Hey everyone, it's Cash Miller with another edition of CSN. And this time I'm actually filming on a Friday and I'm posting on a Saturday. Thank goodness. I got done with my mowing early today. So let's get let's get to talking sports. It was a very busy week, especially considering it was the Big 12 media days. Why am I wearing the CU shirt? It's because I Ain't Too Hard to Find was in. It's because Coach Prime was talking at the Big 12 media days, and he had some good things to say. Shador said, "We're going to be everyone's Super Bowl." What are Cash's comments? And more Dallas drama. Oh, can we be done with the Dallas drama? Apparently not. And Peter Skeens, the rookie Pirates pitcher, if you don't know who he is, you may want to start thinking about getting a jersey. He got pulled from his second no-hitter in his rookie season. He is red hot. Why do the Pirates keep pulling him from no-hitters? And LeBron James said earlier this week, "We can win the title. We've done it before." Oh boy. And the United States men's national soccer team, as I understand it, fired their head coach. I don't really care. So, so, U.S. men's soccer team fires their head coach. Whatever. And Texans Hurricane Barrel bad mix. What happened to the Texans stadium? That's all coming up and more right now. And we're back. We're talking about the Houston Texans. Now, as you can remember, if you pay attention to weather or if you pay attention to football, it doesn't really matter. Here's something about me that you probably didn't know. I'm not just a sports kid. Yes, I am so deep into sports, like there's probably a 13-year-old deeper than me in sports. But I'm also in love with storm chasing. Maybe I'll become a storm chaser one day. We'll see. But if you see this name, Houston, you start thinking, didn't Hurricane Barrel just smash into Houston? Yes, it did. And like I said before, Houston Texans, Hurricane Barrel, not such a good mix. The Texans Stadium was damaged. I do not know how bad the damage is, but I do know that it was damaged. The Texans Stadium, I repeat, is damaged. The roof is damaged. I don't know the condition of the rest of the stadium, but I do know the roof is damaged on the Houston Texans Stadium. So just pray for those people, please, out there in Houston. There was a hurricane that literally came 2 months after derecho. Why am I talking weather? We're talking sports here, folks. Why am I talking all that other stuff? All right, get rid of the Texans, please. Let's just talk about some Dallas drama. Central Texas now. We're going to Dallas, and the drama. So many sports networks are like delighted that there's this much drama. It's becoming old, so to speak, and I'm sorry if these glasses are reflecting too much light on your eyes, but if you're a CSU fan, I don't take my glasses off. Only if the light's bad. But anyway, Dallas drama. There's just too much drama. Dak Prescott says, "Well, there's been conversations about extension." Who's really going to be the quarterback next year for Dallas? Shador Sanders will be the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys next season. I don't care if anyone loves Dak Prescott or not. I think he's going to be getting on. a plane, heading out, or he's gonna stay in Dallas and he's gonna be demoted, and and Jerry Jones is gonna call him into his office like this and say, Dak, you have disappointed me. You're fired. That's what he's gonna say. And then Shador Sanders will take over, and then the rest is history. And I mean, they have so many sports networks are starting to come out and say, how badly did the Cowboys seriously just botch their postseason? Pretty badly. They've botched this offseason. So anyway, Dallas drama, yada yada yada. U.S. men's soccer team fired their head coach recently, and I could not. My reaction when that happened was this. That was my reaction to that, so I don't really care about that whole thing. Coming up, bronze title hopes. Bronny and LeBron ready to hoist that trophy right there. Coming up next. And we're back. LeBron James said, I'm going to do this very quickly, and then we'll get to the whole Big 12 thing. LeBron James said this: we can win the title. We've done it before. Yeah, he's done it before. He's like the king. He's the king. Put a crown on his head. Do all the royal things to him. He's the king. Arguably the GOAT. I don't know. I don't really care who the GOAT is. If it's LeBron James or Michael Jordan. They both won titles. So, but technically, Michael Jordan has his own shoe brand, so he's probably the greatest of all time. Anyway, LeBron's title hopes, I don't think they're that unreasonable. Their team is really well built. They just needed a good head coach. Personally, I think that they will go into a good phase when Bronny James develops and JJ Redick gets, or Redick, I don't even know if it was JJ Redick or not. I think it's in my notes actually. It's not. Whoopsie daisy. So anyway, LeBron James, if he didn't have a guy who had recently coached kindergartners, I'd probably give them a pretty substantial chance, but instead they got stuck with a guy who's coaching kindergartners, so too bad. That whole thing's over with. And now we're going to be talking about that guy I talked about from Pittsburgh, Peter Skins. And he's a rookie, and he probably is the best pitcher in Major League Baseball right now. What he has done this year is he's gotten 2 no-hitters, and he's been pulled from both of them. Why would you pull a rookie guy from 2 no-hitters? Like, you're terrible. Like, you're probably one of the worst teams in the NL right now. They're not the worst team. They're like 3rd place in their division. Who cares, though? The Pittsburgh Pirates got actually a good guy. Like, he is unbelievable, folks. That mustache must give him, like, some superpower, because he's just zooming it in there. And yeah, he's pretty much, if you watch Rookie of the Year, just think of a more mature Henry with a mustache. There you go. You got Peter Skins. All right. Coming up, Big 12 Media Days. The Big 12 Commish said that the Big 12 will be the deepest conference in college football. I totally agree with that. so many good teams in that conference and so many good players. This is going to be a difficult conference to win if you want to win it. That's coming up next. Guess what? Big 12 Media Days for this week. Guess what? They're still going on. Yes! Yes! Alright. I made some notes about who made which comments, and I'm going to put on my glasses. Big 12 commissioner said the conference would be the deepest conference in college football. And some people are probably going to be like, well, why does he think that? Like, Big 12 just had Texas and Oklahoma lead. Well, it'd probably still be the deepest conference if Texas and Oklahoma had stayed. And you're still like, come on, Cash, prove it. Let's see. We have West Virginia, Iowa State, Arizona, Oklahoma State, Kansas, UCF, BYU, TCU, Baylor, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Cincinnati, Arizona State, Houston, and Prime's Buffs. So in general, is it needless to say anymore? That is the deepest conference in college football. I can tell you that right now. So speaking of fanfare, West Virginia. Why am I talking about West Virginia? Well, first of all, their logos are sweet. And second of all, their head coach said, why is there so much lack of fanfare? We are a good football team. And I strongly agree. West Virginia will be a dark horse for college football this year. They're not going to beat CU in the Big 12 title game, though. Okay? Yes, you heard me right. I just said, this is the Big 12 title game. West Virginia and Colorado. That will be the Big 12 title game. So, I'm also shocked at the lack of fanfare. It doesn't make sense, is what he said. So, yeah, that whole thing. Alright, get rid of West Virginia. I don't even care. I could not possibly care less about them. Let's talk about my Buffaloes, please. Look at that. I even drew the little Prime logo. And Shedeur Sanders said, we're going to be everyone's Super Bowl. We are going to be everyone's Super Bowl. And that's a real big title that we inherited from Alabama. Thank you, Alabama. Whenever anyone played Alabama, that game was judged as a Super Bowl. CU is going to be a Super Bowl. Coach Prime said we cannot underestimate North Dakota State. We have to gear up and prepare for that game. But it's going to be a really fun Thursday night game if we go or if we don't go. So anyway, yeah, every team is going to play against Colorado. The one game I can't wait, Utah, Colorado. I could not possibly care less about Utah. Which is why. So I'm gonna let you in on something. We're going on vacation to Utah. I'm going to try to troll as many Utah teams because in Colorado we don't like Utah teams. Like, we could not possibly care less about them. Utah Hockey Club. They're Arizona Coyotes. We despise Arizona. Utah Jazz. We don't like Utah at all. We don't like the Utes. The Rapids don't like Real Salt Lake. There's a lot of just, you don't root for Utah if you're a Colorado fan. So anyway, Coach Prime said that my wins are judged on a different scale. Yeah, because he is probably the most hyped head coach in all of college football. Like, if you win, that's like, oh, he's hyped again. We're going for the title. We're going again. And also his losses are judged on a different scale. So, like, say, if Oklahoma State lost, Mike Gundy and Oklahoma State lost, they'd be like, college football world would be like, well, they lost. Who cares? If CU lost, they'd be like, oh, CU's terrible. CU doesn't do anything. They were overhyped. This is such a fluke that CU has done. What a pain in the rear. that's pretty much what all the people are going to come out of the woodwork and say if CU loses one game. One game. That's it. So, hopefully we'll go undefeated. Anyway, that was a fun talk of sports. Guess what? I'm going to be posting all those shorts. I don't take off my shades, except if the light is doing this on my hat. But it's not right now. Look out. CSU fans, you better be hoping and praying you win. Nebraska fans too. We don't like Nebraska. No. Let's just all agree. Let's just all unanimously agree that we don't like Nebraska. If you're a Nebraska fan, you're out of luck. There you go. So that's it. I'd say the Big 12 is the most stacked football conference in the league. So there's that. I'll thank you for watching this new edition of CSN. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I overdid it there, didn't I? So anyway, thank you. I started creating better videos. So, but I'm sure I'm going to start getting a lot more viewers once college football and NFL season starts. It's not that far away. So, I'll see you next time for predicting the AFC South's schedule predictions. Alright, have a good weekend, everyone. See you next time on CSN.